Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ludo History. As always, welcome back to more season, and we have a friend on today.
Hi guys.
Hello,
And I
long time chat member Ailee is joining us to talk about records management today, which is going to be absolutely, absolutely delightful. But it's going to be a very good time.
it's probably going to me be talking a lot.
That's fine. It's literally is what we're here to do. Uh, But as usual with season, we are trying to be ethical archivists. So we need to
I'm
let
going
us.
to be a bad influence.
Oh no! Uh, I have a rights document for a reason, Ailee.
I know.
Uh, we are going to promptly ignore that. Uh, Uh, but I think if we were here last time we played season, the job is, I think, currently to go collect photographs of all the fun modern art junk statues and have a
Yeah.
great time. Dragon Wolf, the chat box is perpetually and intentionally in reverse because that way, when I'm on the other scene, it just works better so that the new stuff is at the top. So that it's just how that actually is set up by design. It's not a bug; it's a feature. It would be very weird if that was a bug. Uh, but yes, uh, the chat box goes from the top down these days. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Ailey, do you want to introduce yourself and at least what you have done with
Yeah.
archives for only moderately bragging, but more importantly, having a understanding the perspective you're coming from the French records management tradition.
Woohoo. Yeah, sure. Can everybody hear me? Just like I'm not
They should be able to.
talking.
I hope
Okay,
so.
great.
Chat, if you can't
People
hear,
tell
raise your
us.
hand.
Can you hear the French person talking? So hi everybody. I'm Heli. Well, technically it's Ede, but like English. Um, I am a French person. I work in management at the moment in the defense sector, which is going all I say because I have signed papers. Um, and come from a background of like I have a bachelor in history. I have a first year of master in archive. I'm
Yep.
not going to in the reason why I did
It,
not get into the second year
that's
because I'm
it
bad
happens.
at school. Um,
But
I did.
you got actually work in an actual archive, so it turned out fine.
Yeah, like I'm bad at writing. Basically, that's what you want to get. I'm very bad at it. I'm bad at academic, like research paper writing. I hate it.
That's yeah.
And so I did that, and then I did what we call in France licence professionnelle, which is, I think, in English, uh, professional bachelor, probably
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that. Like either an associate's degree or some sort of like professional technical degree.
Yeah, and so it was in what we call in France documentation,
Okay.
which I have the wonderful try to explain to that in English because that word is never used. Basically, it's a mix. It can be a lot of things, but the way I explain to it to English people is like it's a mix between archive and librarian studies. It's information. It's from the in the field of information science. So, in function of where you work, if it's in an enterprise, a museum, or elsewhere, it's different function. But basically, the difference between archival and documentation is that you work with quote unquote living documents and documents that can be found in multiple examples, like journals, papers,
Yeah.
photographs, and such. Where archival, generally, you work with an example of a document.
Huh.
So, like, I'm like explaining like very fast, but basically it's that kind of differentiation. I can find you later like the actual differentiation between the two of them, but yeah, and so when I finished my associate degree, Question mark?
Well, just use the French term. There's no English like precise equivalent.
Licence professionnelle
Yeah,
bachelor.
yeah,
Um, which I did with an internship. Which is very confusing to me because internship in French are paid, not in the Anglo sphere. Very weird.
thankfully more so in the Anglosphere because pain. It used to be
Yeah,
real bad.
yeah. I gathered that from what I have seen because we actually looked it up in English classes. Um,
Yeah.
so I did that for it's not a startup, but like a small enterprise.
Hmm.
And I worked on a program which I talked about on the Discord. Join the Discord, we are nice. Um,
Facts.
which is called Le jeu qui provoque des choses. So games that make things happen, I guess. And so basically, it's how games are used outside of just the ludic sphere.
Okay.
So basically, it's very close to what you do.
Ha. Perfect.
So
Works great.
yeah, and we did a part of it about game and heritage
Yeah.
at Trim One.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Exciting. Uh,
yeah, it was
the
fun.
the fact that French differentiates between documentation and archival studies is very funny to me. Cause I mean, yeah, and like in the U.S., archives also like care about like unique documentation or unique records of the operation of a thing, but in practice, like lots of more local archives are going to be collecting things that are objectively not unique as just the object, but instead, right, have like a unique history that's relevant to the local area.
Mm,
But like, I don't know, like the reading room might have, oh, so and so in the mid 19th century did a grand survey of all the place names in this county,
yeah,
and we have a copy of it.
yeah. So like archive would have that. The thing is that when I say more, I guess it's not the right way to say it. When I say unique, is like an example. You have an example of
Mm-hmm.
that thing. It might be another archive, but
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
it's not. Yeah, like I will use a lot of words that have meaning in French but not the same in English. I love it.
Uh huh.
So it's more like I work with. Well, my actual work right now is not on that specifically. So I'm gonna finish my introduction because
Yeah.
it's. So I did a 9 months contract. I did 9 months working as a documentalist in the Musée des Arts Décoratifs de Paris, which is the Museum of Decorative Art in Paris. Basically, you see the Louvre. It's one of the you have the school, l'école du Louvre on the side,
Mm-hmm.
on one of the aisles,
Mm-hmm.
and the other side is that museum.
Exciting.
It's great,
Yeah.
wonderful place to work out. I will explain you museum politics because as always,
True.
it's a lot.
True. Can confirm is a lot.
They changed the museum director like back in October. From what I get from one of my friends who are a bit longer than me, it's not going that great. So yeah, we can gossip about museum later.
Uh-huh. But you know, go support the museums of smaller collections, cause while decorative arts is not exactly a small topic,
Oh no.
compared to the, I'm sure that is a much less visited part of the Louvre than you know,
Yes and no.
the rest of it.
Like yeah, it's a yes and no. Like it's the thing is that in France, I mean it's a weird museum in this of like and is statues because the collection are national,
Uh huh.
but the museum is an association. So like it's a micmac of administrative stuff that I'm not going to bore you
Huh.
with because I don't know how to explain that in English.
I'm not sure I know how to explain that even if or I'm not sure I'd understand it even if I spoke French, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Very fair. So yeah, so I work at a museum where we basically the job that I had, one of the job that I had, outside of posting picture of pretty fashion magazine on the Discord server, which was not my job, but I liked it, was to document, to read, basically read magazine, find articles, documentation that was in correlation with the museum collection, the subject of the future exposition for the curators, conserve, oh,
Gotcha.
and
Curators?
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is that in French we call them conservateurs.
Oh, but the conservator in English does a different job.
Yes, which we call them restaurateurs.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But okay, so it sounds like it's like more doing both like research work and like some provenance research,
yeah,
uh, some content based stuff for exhibition work. Uh,
yeah,
God,
yeah.
what a
Basically, it's
fun,
that.
the dream.
Yeah, it's fun. Like sometimes it depends on how much back I had to. The colleague that I replaced was sick, and so I was. We had a backlog of things that I needed to process. So
Yeah,
I did that. And then I had a weird position when I was working half at the documentation and half at the museum library.
yeah,
Library. Another French, very funny thing. Librairie in French is bookshop,
of course.
and library is bibliothèque.
Yep,
So
yep.
of course. So I worked there for 9 months, and then right now I work in the defense sector as a data manager. So basically, I send the emails to the clients, and I make sure they're put at the right place on our side. And I scream at people, being like, "Sign your fucking paper and
No,
give me the document on time."
make me. As every I've heard that story from so many people, especially with email archives. I know some folks at the National Archives here in the US, and it is the same. And I mean, if you've been following the news in the US, uh,
I've not.
turns out half of the high level administration for the last two administrations have been mishandling classified material.
Yeah, because then
Because,
nobody is teach how to do it, so it's not that surprising.
exactly, and just the security is sloppy and the
Yes,
archives are understaffed to catch that.
yeah,
Shocking.
and
Who
also
could have predicted this?
there's a we're going to be maybe out of subject, but I don't know. There is something that people sometimes do not understand. Whatever you produce at your job is the propriety of your workplace.
Yep.
Whatever you produce is not yours. Which,
Yay. Yay,
uh,
capitalism.
yeah, but like the email that you produce, the document, the technical document, like, so those people know what defense is when I say that?
hmm
Military
Yeah.
adjacent,
Yep.
I guess.
Don't worry. All the U.S. Folks are gonna know Department of Defense as a thing.
Great. Uh, you actually work with Rétéon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that rare. Not.
Yeah, I have American colleague at the with us. But yeah, no. So we produce technical document that we deliver to the clients, and those documents are not the propriety of the people that produce it. They are actually the pro- propriety
hmm Property. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
property. Yeah, the property of the clients because they pay us for us to produce that for them to use. It's legal stuff and contractual stuff.
Yay.
But yeah, no. So people don't realize that it's also happened with their emails, with their work document. For example, the notes that you take at your work generally are considered to be the property of your enterprise
Mm-hmm.
or wherever you work at.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, fun stuff like that. So if you're not aware of it, it's complicated. So sometimes people are like, but it's mine. And you're like, yeah, no, you produced this. Woohoo! I
Yep.
rapped. Um,
So, yeah.
yeah,
Basically, the long and short of it is that there's a lot of yelling at people because turns out they do need to hand over everything. Not just the things
yeah,
they think they need to hand over, not just the stuff they want to hand over, everything.
yeah.
And then you have to figure out how to store it, but that's entirely other question.
That's why we mostly go digital these days.
That only helps so far, though.
I
Uh,
know. Oh, yeah. We are going to be moving like building in like 2 3 years. We have a program that are called Voyage léger, so which like travel light,
yeah.
and like we have to go through everything, and we're like need to digitalize stuff. Like they actually had a full ass team dedicated to that, but we have where the branch that I work at has a bit more complexity to it due to the fact that we work with classified documents. Woohoo!
Yay! Alright. But I think it's time we get into the game. Get to
Yay!
play more season, enjoy more pretty things. Uh,
Yay!
yes. So in the continued struggles of having to travel light, instead of working in digital media, we have one scrapbook to do
Hmm.
everything. So, let's get into it. Ailee does not have camera, but uh, I do.
I'm here.
Yes.
He does. Yeah, my Discord crash whenever I try to make the camera or like sharing a screen work. So fun time.
Yep. Definitely. But that's okay. I think we are on the goal to take a bunch of photos,
I
uh,
think so. Yeah.
which is going to be very fun, because we found a depressed babushka who wants us to take photos of her artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when we were talking earlier, you said that a lot of stuff in this game, like, really resonates with the work that you have been doing. Uh, is there any like particular examples that stand out to you, uh, of like the game asking the right questions, or really make you think like a documentarian?
Documentalist.
Look, documentalist is not an English word. I'm using the
It
best.
actually is.
Is it?
It actually exists in English.
Exciting. I love when we borrow French words. Fine. Then a documentalist.
Yeah. I guess the thing is more. It's more like you realize how much you need to process thing, and how much you have to select what you take.
Yeah.
So like, is that question of like, what is important, what is the goal of your archiving, or like, or even just of like you collecting those things,
Yeah.
what do you try to do with it? But the thing is also like, it's yeah, true. It's how you perceive, how everybody is going to perceive what is important differently.
Mm-hmm.
So when you work in archival and such, there's like I'm going to I love practical example. So at work with that program Voyage léger, we have to try to digitalize a maximum of things, and we also have to like ban trash, bin, trash,
Yeah.
trash a lot of things
Yeah.
because we don't we are going to be in kind of open spaces, so
Yep.
not a lot of places to put things, but we have to keep all of our contractual documents in paper,
Yeah.
everything concerning contracts, because there is a clause in those say contracts saying that everything that concerns the program should be kept at least 3 or 5 years, depending of its actually ITA reglementation, which is a beautiful American thing that is the pain in my ass most of the
Yes.
time. And
Exactly.
the contract that we have with the clients, and the program is supposed to be running for the next 40 years. Um, so
So yeah, that's a lot of records, and that's a lot of time to keep them.
yeah, and the thing is that we actually there is things that we can actually just digitalize and they would work as such,
Mm-hmm.
but like the main contracts are digitalized, but we have to keep them. And a lot of people like Sometimes we're all like, nobody's going to watch them, to see them. We're like, can we make a fire and just digitalize everything and put everything in the fire? It's
Sadly,
when we
no.
are. The thing is that sometimes we are very, not desperate, but kind of desperate.
Yeah.
Ab- Disabused? Don't know if that word exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's that, and we are like, can we just trash everything? Nobody is going to watch it. It's been 10 years. It's been in boxes. Nobody has ever opened that box. Um. So there is those type of questioning that we have a lot of fun with, and that make me go crazy because people don't realize what it's mean.
That's fair.
But like,
That's like super duper relevant to the question of the game, because, right, we've been mostly just collecting and collecting and collecting and collecting, because we want that. On the assertion that that's. Like, there is a vague use sometime in the future, uh, that is important enough to merit making decisions about what we're going to keep and to, in our case, try and keep as much as we can about the topic we agreed on. Um, but I mean, if we look in our journal, there's a lot of, I guess, like, person in the future, right? Dear person in the future.
mm,
Uh, where is it? Yeah. Uh, how far are you? How far in the future? Where do you find the journal?
who are you? Yeah.
Right. We genuinely don't know who is going to use this, and I mean,
Mm,
as professionals, right? We certainly can't predict everyone who will be using them.
yeah.
But at the same time, if we can't imagine, like, any use case, that feels like that's kind of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Ooh. And so the thing is like you can actually see it with everything. When you do the pages, you collect way more than what you can put on those pages.
yep, I do that on
So,
purpose, but definitely yes.
oh yeah, no, that's normal. But like, it's also it's also a reality. I need to speak slower. Like in archive or like documentation or like everything.
Oh,
Oh, Ozzy, the game is about making sure that we collect. I will let her speak.
there we go.
So the game is we decide there is a changing of season, which is a period in that an era period for the game, and we are collecting information for the future to make sure to about our season slash other season and how they interact with each other. And yeah, so that's our role
Yeah,
because everybody is going to forget everything.
yeah,
Kinda, maybe we don't know.
probably. If these folks have their way, they're gonna
I mean,
do everything. There's someone who's trying to wipe out everyone's memory. Maybe, possibly.
the thing is that I'm pretty sure that Doctor, I don't remember his name, also wanted to wipe out people's memory because it was too much for them.
Exactly. Uh,
It's it's a theme. It's coming back every time.
that does seem to be the big thought, and it's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
this game is that's such a smart theme to uh be, I don't know, for lack of a better word, obsessed with. Uh, cause it's just, like, super duper fun. Uh,
Yeah, and like when we every time we're like about this erasing thing, it reminds me of the fact that so don't ask me too much question. I don't know that much, but like in when you see Chinese history, every time there is a new dynasty, you wipe out everything that your predecessor have done.
yeah.
You
Uh,
wipe out everything in the how you say that, like every record, every object, every artworks. You will run it down, so you are the only thing existing at that moment on time.
yep. You'd see that in a lot of other contexts as well. Bronze Age Scandinavia would do the same thing of, oh, you take control? The first and most important thing you should do is burn down your predecessor's hall to obliterate their memory. Uh, that happened with after Akhenaten in
Egyptian?
Egypt.
No?
You get the same
Yeah.
thing. Right, you get a whole bunch of like various cases of a similar idea of
Mm.
that you mark the new reign by obliterating the markers of the previous reign.
Yeah, but let's be honest, like the idea of keeping a record of like keeping memory as much as we are doing is a 19th century's idea. So
Yeah,
like in the past, it's not that like you keep records because, for example, as a king, you need to prove that you can be linked back to X person. So your reign,
reign.
reign is legitimate
Yeah.
to the eyes of the people, the law, God, whatever you want it to be. Generate the three of them.
Uh
It's
huh.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
Descendant of God and everything. um, but yeah, and so like did this idea of memories with how much we are seeing it today is so recent and
Agreed.
let's be honest, very Eurocentric for obvious reason.
Yeah. For the most part, right? There are like Chinese or Japanese and Korean chronicles.
Mm,
Definitely do have a different relationship with memory, but still record a lot in a lot of detail. But I agree
yeah.
broadly that yeah, this is primarily like a European, uh, a fairly recent. I mean, you said 19th century. I think you can make an argument for being even younger than that. Uh,
I guess it's because so I when I say Eurocentric, my brain is like, yeah, it's pretty French. Um
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. All the original theorists are French, so it's pretty
yeah.
French.
Yeah, like there has been like this idea of collecting things is not recent at all. But the idea of keeping things in memory and keeping a record of what it was and making like documenting it actually is fairly recent in the sense of like you just had a pretty thing in your room and nobody and it was like look at that pretty it's come from but fuck nowhere.
Yeah,
But like you did not care about what it was like it's just pretty oh it's probably some weird stuff used by those weird indigenous people.
yes.
Let's
Uh,
or like it's a unicorn, another subject anyway.
yep.
But
Uh,
yeah, no, it's like you don't care. You're
yeah,
just like it's pretty. I have it. I'm rich.
yeah. In that like 19th, 20th century context, that reminds me of someone like Isabella Stewart Gardner, here in Boston, who traveled all over the place and collected stuff from all over the place, and then just put it all in her house. Um,
That's what we call a cabinet of curiosity.
yes, and it still is a museum. And when she died, her will stipulated you can't make changes to the house, and so it still is a museum that you can still go to. And it's like a snapshot of what museums were like in 1920 something, and
Yeah,
it's like, whoa, this is a lot. This is pretty
yeah,
intense.
yeah, and also like museums change so much in the 100 years,
Yeah,
and
they
like
do.
even in 20 years, span of time, it changed a lot. So the way we see museum is fairly recent, and you see progress every day with like museum recognizing their colonial past and such.
Yes.
But assuming where you got stuff and such is like what 10 year, like a 10 year development.
Uh, the idea of
I
giving
mean,
stuff back is certainly like post World War II,
yeah,
right, and specifically like 1980s and 90s.
yeah, true. Like 30 year.
For the starting with Nazi era stolen goods and repatriating those, and then
Mm,
expanding in recent years for a more broad understanding of what can and should be given back.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah,
but yeah, no,
it's super
and like
cool, and I mean, well, we're doing actually we're doing a little bit of arguably thievery
I mean
in this
we are
game.
completely doing that in the sense of like we are taking stuff, but at the same time, those stuff are not being used.
Yeah.
So it's like the thing is that the line between that's why Indiana Jones or Lara Croft and everything are so pop. The line
Mm-hmm.
between actual archaeology, in the sense of what it, like in the sense of people understanding it, and being a songwriter is very thin and very gray.
Yup.
so
Uh,
so yeah,
luckily becoming less thin and less gray all the time. We've gotten
yeah,
pretty good at knowing what we need to do, and getting better at getting people who are not going to trample all over a community who says no
yeah.
when they do it. Yay, archaeology.
Woohoo!
Um,
Progress.
yeah, yeah, but
But we
gosh,
can follow.
thinking about though the right process of collecting, and
Can we
how
take a
messy
picture
that
of that?
is, of the mosaic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we the fact that we are collecting these traces primarily through uh huh. I didn't expect
Dear
that there'd
gosh,
actually be.
Mary, you're going deep in that one.
I didn't think that we were going to get said that blatantly. All right. Well, that's a handy topic to talk about. The concept of walking on ruins has a lot of specifically French theory attached to it. Right.
Yeah.
There's a pair of concepts that French theorists in the 70s originally coined, uh, that translated into English as places of memory and cultures of memory, lieu de mémoire and milieu de mémoire.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I vaguely see what it is.
And they're like, you couldn't get a more blatant summary of what the idea of uh, milieu de mémoire, like the culture that is self-aware of its own memory, and is actively preserving it, then that comment right there that our protagonist, who may or may not be named Maria, said. Which French theorists? It's dominantly Pierre Nora. Uh, and I'm not even going to attempt to do the French art because when I did, I said a different word.
Pierre Nora.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, when you talked about it, I was like, yeah, I did. Which one?
Yep, no, just said a whole ass different last name.
It's okay.
It's
It's okay.
fine.
We got it at the end.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. So, um,
He.
the
Mm-hmm.
go for it.
No, please, you go ahead. I am going to just back to a house here.
So, like, the idea of having a duty to remember is also something that comes directly from World War II.
Yeah.
And, like, it was. World War II is a very complicated topic in France. Not gonna lie about that one.
Who could have predicted this?
Oh my god. A country divided into fucking a shitload of resistance, a shitload of people who cooperate,
What? Yup.
collaborate, people who did not know what the fuck they were doing with their life, which, fair enough. Would not know what to do with myself either. Not gonna lie.
Me either. About either of the topics. Aw. Well timed game comments are well timed. What is
It's
this even, actually? Like a gas, an oil can?
yeah, or like how you call that thing that you pump to get water?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a water spout. Uh, it's mine now. It's in the record. Forever.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh.
Ooh. I know this symbol. Isn't this the one we saw last week for Tide?
It's yeah, I think it's one of the gods' symbol. It's so
There
pretty.
it is, the Tide.
My last turn name. Fucking dumb move.
That's the Triforce, obviously. Well, yes, but
It was for science, I know. Ooh, is there in black and white or in high contrast?
I like the black and white. I like the high contrast more because that gold is so sparkly.
True. Oh my gosh.
Was that
She's so deep.
was that Jungian like dream theory?
I don't know theory like that enough, but it's probably from something.
That felt like sleep. You say like one could do in the Shrine of Resurrection. Thank you, Raps. Yes, we are. I have bamboozled you all along. We are playing Breath of the Wild.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
You say that I still need to beat the first boss.
it's fine. Uh,
Ooh, pretty.
it's so pretty.
It's beautiful. I love that game so much. Um,
But the the game said that sleep is a sort of reflection of life, a shadow without light, uh, which is complex. That's a thing, and I don't know where that sentence is going, but it's a thing. But it reminds me a lot of like Carl Jung's uh, ideas about sleep and cultural, kind of a collective unconscious, and
oh,
sleep and dreams as an upwelling of that informs like universal psychological tropes. It's all complete nonsense, but it's a very compelling story.
trapped. I'm getting there. I get the strategy now. Probably in the next two times that I'm probably going to get it. My brother get me some good stuff, so
Good.
I asked my younger brother to to get me the stuff. I was like, "Kill me that monster! I get me the electricity thingy." And he was, and when I came back, he was like, "So I went to the castle to get the guard stuff because you can beat the Lino easier with that.
Yeah.
So you have good things now." And I'm like, "Thank you." Anyway, but yeah, no. So like the idea of duty of memory,
Yeah.
devoir de mémoire. Here we go. It's going to be a lot of French people. I'm sorry, but not really.
Well, that's just rude. As someone who survived off of one of these quote unquote cheap looking contraptions, unnamed protagonist, that is just rude.
What? Heater? Oh, oh, c'est une plaque de cuisson. Okay,
Yep. Hot plates, for the English name.
thank you.
Simple burners.
That thing that every student had.
True.
Um,
Can confirm every single student had at least a little while where they had no oven, no stove, just a hot plate.
I mean, I had a kitchen that was the side of a a closet.
Yeah,
It was literally an old closet with like two burners, a
yeah.
place where you can do your dishes, like the small fridge, and a shell.
Okay,
And that was not the
that's just two of these stuck together though. That doesn't
yeah.
count.
No, that yeah, it's not even the worst kitchen that I had.
Oh,
But yeah, no accommodation in the Czech Republic when you are in international building and you pay like €100 a month for your room. The kitchen is not great.
that's fair. That's fair. Music. But yeah, we have now gone thoroughly distracted because there keeps being new junk to talk about. Uh,
Yeah.
but
What
yeah,
we were talking about?
Nora and
Yes.
cultures of memory, and the sort of right. He specifically accuses of being like a night or that like pre-modern society was perpetually based in memory, and the idea that just everything's always present, right? When you tell a memory, you're making the past like actively present, and so
Mm.
that's like this culture of memory. But with like the birth of industrialization and capitalism, he argues that
Woohoo!
we move away from that into the idea of that there is a historical past with a historical record that there is an obligation to preserve that is important to but different from who we are now.
Yeah, there is. That's something that's interesting because when you ask people what's the difference between history and memory, most of the time, like even I with like if you just ask me that on the fly, I would not have being able to answer outside of like a memory is what I can remember
Yeah.
happening, and history is what happened in the past. It might have been the memory of someone, but it's not mine.
No. What do we think of
Like
this
boys,
junk?
I love it.
I love it. They're so cute.
I wanna pet them.
Yes. Hey, Babushka, what are you talking about? To be cute.
Oh,
No, they're cute. They're good puppies. Aw. No.
that would have looked cool though.
Raps gets it. They're adorable.
Raps thinks every animal is adorable.
Raps is correct.
True. I still no. Yeah, no. I have my. They are. They are.
Uh,
There is something so. That game is so intriguing because, like, people remember things, but because we were raised in a place that does not like to remember, we don't know anything.
mm-hmm.
Like, the player and the protagonist know jack shit about the
They
world.
know nothing, and it's great. And so we're just relying on what are in fact like oral histories that we are not you for the most part recording.
Mm,
We get pointy hat metal friends. What's the feeling?
I like the figure.
I like the figure too.
She's going to say no.
She's gonna say it's bad, but unrelenting positivity. It's good art.
We like it.
Come on.
She's depressed.
Aww.
Oh,
Well, there's your problem. Well, I may have noticed your problem. I.
huh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Interesting. I feel like all the answers are going to lead to roughly the same spot. But,
probably. Uh, chat. What are we doing? Because I'm
agreed.
not deciding.
Agreed. Chat, this is your problem now. We are in the.
Not
See,
ours.
you've already learned the pro streamer strats. Make it chat's problem.
I am bad at decision. You do it.
Oh, that's so interesting. B? You roll the die. Okay.
Mood. Big mood.
You know? Chad actually seems to agree.
Oh, that's rare.
I know, right?
I knew
Well,
it.
oof. Oh no. Memory studies theory.
Come on,
What?
people.
When is the moment of remembering?
It's three people. It's okay. We love you anyway.
You disagree to be contrary. Oh.
I'm in big mood. Ooh,
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Ha. Oh boy.
Come on.
Yep. We are the archivist. We are the records keeper for the
We are going
museum.
to
We
have
we
the
are responsible for all of the documents that a museum produces.
Woohoo!
Pain.
So we are going to get the best leg at the end of of this journey.
True.
You cannot convince me otherwise. We are going to be sold.
Yep. We've got a bicycle. The bicycle is perfect. It is bike nerd approved, and so we're just gonna take it and just run with it. Aw.
Be positive, Grandma.
Well, this is distressingly sympathetic.
This is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. Yeah, I noticed. I've been struggling with that for the last, like, 15 hours, Matiora. It's
Come
been
on,
such a
Babushka.
difficulty.
I can get that. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, we are going to have to make decision.
We have to make decisions.
Oh
Uh,
gosh.
uh, panic. God, there's so many. Oh no, we have to choose one of these objects?
Yup.
No, 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 no. The
I
shiny.
know. Click on all of them and see what you think of all of them.
Okay. I think we have already clicked on most of them.
I
Because
think
it was
so.
that option. It was the hot plate. It's
Violin?
the violin, or it's the
Weird coffee
like a
maker
hydro
thingy.
pump.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
uh, the whatever it is.
There is something. That game and music is also something really interesting.
Yeah. God, if I could work in the music archive though, like, the dream. Uh huh.
Well, oh,
Huh.
she gets so depressing.
Agreed. But
Put it in the middle, like under the she asked me to help
oh
and make
yeah,
it big. Yeah,
yeah. Boom.
here we go.
Pointy have friends. Little munchkins. Okay. Well, I think we may desperately need to check over in our rights document in order to figure out what we're going to choose here. Because we want something that reflects our archive and reflects the decisions we've made along the way. So over in the stream window, we've got that oh so exciting Google Doc. You know, peak content.
Woohoo!
The truly the
Still
peak
on
of
it.
stream content. If I can actually load. There we go. Collecting materials relating to the changing of seasons and what events occurred in relation to those changes. Um, so let's see. These are all other rights agreements.
I mean, the thing that I saw the most
Yeah.
was like the theme of Tiang Valley for me is more like religion because it seemed way more important
Mm-hmm.
than not like way more important, but like it seemed to be so deeply engraved in those people, even though if those traditions have changed and are less present. But at the
Agreed. Yeah.
same time, there is like if you use the hot plate or like the weird coffee pot maker pump water thingy, it's like a representation of that place at the age of industrialization
Mm-hmm.
with like the parking lot, like the few bus stop that you can see in the valley or like the vending machine and stuff. But if you do the music, the violin case, it goes back to how music is a re- recurring
Mm-hmm.
recurring theme in
Yeah.
all of the different places that we have been. Like they use music to sleep in our village.
Yes.
We have been under a bridge where someone keep their sanity by using music boxes.
Yep. At various places we've had radio.
Mm,
Right. We've had. Is it this one? Uh, listen.
here we go.
I mean, you've got this theme as the like terrifying, deeply unsettling propaganda discussion. We had
Yeah.
over in the farm, the radio dig site, assembly point. Uh, this one.
Yeah.
Right, we had music through here, music through there. So yeah, I think the two options pretty clearly are either the symbol of the tide,
Mm.
uh, or the violet. Another instrument showing up in Pate's dream.
But then the thing with the two symbol of industrialization
Yeah.
is that it represents the valley at a time of distress, which could go with representing the different season that we have.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh gosh.
I think so. It's just unclear, right? Since these are not related to the war, they're just kind of
Yeah,
stuff. I think they don't really gel with other things in our collection in a way that the first two do. So I think
true.
playing to our strengths here is the correct option. But Chad, it is once
Hmm.
again your problem. Triforce or Violet?
We have explained why this should be a good option. You need to choose.
Yay! I mean, man, is that striking. The polished, I guess, brass disc. But also that violin's gorgeous.
Mm.
One violet. Hmm.
Other people,
Hello?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Soj.
Ooh.
Soja? Are there more sneaky secrets? Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh
Bonuses.
my god. This is so cool.
We can sneak through holes in the fences. Understood. Okay, those are one way. So there is another option, and it is the gun.
I guess we got a war memoria.
True. Tiang Valley, exit 45.
It's it's not a full plane, but it's part of the plane.
Yeah. And I think the option here is.
I'm looking at a gun. I've looked into the valley. I've never seen a weapon before. Is the war the origin of this haunted feeling?
It's not
Uh-huh.
the origin of this haunted feeling. Okay. Heck, switching your vote to the gun. Oh, come on. Of course you all are doing this. That's not surprising. Our collection has a lot of strengths around the war and around its end. Um,
Mm. I would
and
say it's either
the
the gun or the violin.
right the motivation
I'm not helping.
the motivation of the uh Greyhands seems intensely related to the war and doing better, uh,
Mm.
while doing, in some way, something similar of creating a like super state. But man, is that um not the option I was expecting for them to do.
Yeah.
So currently, our votes are between the violin, the religious symbol, or the gun. Truly, the three pinnacles of culture.
True. Yeah, truly. Oh my gosh.
And of
Music,
course,
war, or
Ozym-
religion.
Ozymandias has switched the vote to the gun. Uh, in the meantime,
People, we need
let me
you.
update the journal with more options. Um,
Ooh, we have more talking.
so many choices. Young Valley exit 45. Uh, it's too bad this is sold out. It happened 100 years ago. Uh, Pointy hat metal friends. Well, that's not actually a useful thing to say.
I mean, it's still our journal, even though we have a mission.
That's true, but we're trying to be professionals. Make
Oh,
decisions
come
based on
on.
professional standards. Come on, we're only a little bit making decisions off of our heart. Uh, we're trying to at least create a coherent, usable document. Uh,
I swear to God, if they make you make choice to just like a select few, I'm going to go crazy.
if they tell us we can choose another one, that's going to be very funny.
Document is so professional. The level of
Mm,
I'm going to
detail
go with the
required
violin.
yeah,
In the
is
interest
good
of
choice.
important.
making a decision, I think the violin's a super interesting one, especially because there hasn't really been a lot of sheet music. Yeah, and also, I mean, 100 years ago is pre-war, so that's interesting.
We were such proud we came from Chang Valley. We collected stories, games, and
Oh,
songs
good. So he was doing our
from
job,
our
but
home.
more.
You remind me of home.
Aw.
He had the most beautiful smile. That was like a roller coaster. Charisma. Oh, he had it.
Ha.
People from him were bringing into the conspiracy. The feeling in the air when he sang, energy. Anything could happen as long as it went beautifully.
Aw.
Do you want this to be our theme?
Yes.
Yes, mass culture. Wait,
Can we?
hang on.
Huh.
I want to see what she says
Valkyrie.
about other options.
Yeah, go for it. Let's do that.
Uh huh.
Within the
Let's.
tiniest chunk, I found a metal cutout of a symbol.
Yes, mass cul. I was I was completely on board with it until it was yes, mass culture exclamation point.
I was like, music? Maybe? Mass culture?
The sleep symbol.
Uh huh.
This is the pattern of vibration prayer beats.
Uh huh.
When prayer is
Oh.
said, you can feel it in the air, but you can see it in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Ever see this pattern in motion preparing to sleep?
I did.
Oh, hey, you are adopting the culture so quickly.
Aw.
Here's a small prayer for experience. The monks used to adjust color while we sleep this way to help us through life. I can tell you the essence of our religion. Our consciousness is immortal, but we are frail vessels. Sonia the monk used this prayer. Prayer to Ailee. She's a god of sleep. Listen, her power was greater and deeper than anyone knew. That was in the last season, though.
Uh huh.
Want this to be our future?
Yeah. I mean that is our collection. That is right in line with our collection goal of the materials related to the ending of the season and the significance of Tiang Valley as like a part of that.
I'm looking at the gun.
So right now, I think the symbol's winning, and not only because it's pretty.
Is the war
Yeah,
prevention his ultimate form?
I want
very.
to bring the gun to Matiora now.
They thought this was a weapon. They were neutral in the war. The soldiers wanted the fruit of their heroes.
Uh huh.
Many bullets were fired. Fear did most of the work.
Uh huh.
I'm sure the killers want death, but they won't have it. They'll dream forever until the waves come. They want this to be our
Oh
future.
Christ! Wait. Holy shit! Oh no!
Oh,
I
holy
didn't
fucking
even
heck.
think about that.
True.
Oh.
Holy heck.
Oh, that's dark. Oh no.
Uh,
Um.
how? How do we
Are
process that?
are are we about to be complicit in the mass extrajudicial execution of century-old soldiers? Is that what's about to happen?
Complice? Mm-mm.
Not sure
Yes
what
and
came
no.
out next.
Uh, right. They
So,
said they said that the soldiers who did the killings are going to sleep until the waves come, which is tomorrow.
so because you don't know what's happening, so there's been a season of war in the game,
What is
and
this?
it ended with the prayer of a monk,
And they're
and
still sleeping. They're still alive. They're just very
the
far
soldier
asleep.
are sleeping on a parking lot, and what Matryoshka, no,
Matiora.
Matyora. In my head, she's called Matryoshka.
That's.
And you were taken.
Aw.
You want our piece of the white trash?
No. I want to keep looking.
But so the soldiers still have been put to sleep, and the thing is that we are collecting everything from Chiang Valley because they are going to flood the valley
I'm not sure what to think.
because nobody know how to take care of the dam, dam,
Them.
and so they are going to make it go boom.
Yeah.
And something paramilitary adjacent organization making sure that people are getting better with forgetting everything with propaganda videos and such.
Exactly. There's a whole plot attached to this. The important thing is that what page is it? Um the the
The parking
it's
lot?
not these ones. Where's the dam? This one's the dam. Uh the dam that is keeping the waters back in Kyung Valley is starting to fail, and so these folks are going to blow up the dam. We've got a photograph of that propaganda. There it is. and evacuating people in Tiang Valley. They also are doing a bonus something involving this shiny purple rock in order to create collective amnesia question mark. Um,
And so people are moving
and
to a city, and you miss the parking lot. Here we go.
there it is. I
And
don't know
so
that I actually got photos of them. Yeah. I realized that
I don't
maybe
think
didn't take
so.
photos of the people. Was
I don't
that
think you
dumb?
did.
Was that dumb of me?
Kinda.
Oh no, there they are.
Oh, here there.
The soldiers were put into an eternal sleep. They're hanging out in the parking lot. And when you
And
put
so
column A with the flooding, and column B with the sleeping soldiers next to each other,
let's go
do they
boom
survive
and
this?
drown. I
I
mean, if
feel
they're
like they don't
sleeping
survive this.
eternally, they can survive it. They better not wake up.
Um, my which thing? I yeah. Well, I thought I brought everything to her already.
Go
Let's go
back to
back
the
to the
stage.
religion spot, I guess, because I thought I already pulled.
Yeah.
Thought I already pulled everything. Yeah, I already moved it.
Yeah, then
Okay, then yes, these. I guess this is gonna be chaotic, isn't it?
yeah, it's going to be it.
Oh, we have to pick one. All right, religion, war, or
I
culture?
oh no 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 no. Can we just get the hot plague, uh, hot things
I
because
think
there is
it's
a fourth option.
I think it's also trash, but I need to choose.
Yeah,
I
go for it.
unfortunately locked myself into a choice 3 seconds before you said that.
Yeah, I know.
In the past, I tried to control everything. My work was done. This time, let's follow our intuition, gather some pieces, and see
Right.
what magic might be hiding in this gift, which will pass and never return.
This is deep.
Yes. I love it. I'm thoroughly
Oh,
enjoying
it's
this.
great. I'm in love with it. Oh, it's so beautiful, so pretty.
It's so pretty, and then we should be coming up. It should be after sunset by the time we're done.
I think
So
so.
we should be able to talk to the monk.
This tea's good for the throat.
Uh huh.
She doesn't talk much. We maybe we need it
Exactly.
more than they do.
Aw. Can we record the song? All right, we made a decision here that we are recording the song.
That's not English.
Ooh.
Oh, oh gosh.
That was it. That was too bad.
Oh my god.
Each other in a piece of art, but we featured it in a moment instead.
Ah. And we record.
Never hang on the wall from museum, but you will still carry it with you.
Mm-hmm.
You are the co-author of this moment.
Aw.
I would never have found it without you.
Aw. Well, we have a. The trick is, Matiora is.
The rest is behind the leaves. Is
Oh.
She no matter how you go to the big city. I don't care. You're not dying here.
as long as you bring me closer, you need to sleep. I'll tell you what I know. There's only a little bit of today left, and then the city, the flood, the lights, the next season.
Uh huh. That was so cool. Luckily, Matiora is incorrect. Uh, that moments cannot live on the wall of a museum. By the power of new media.
Woohoo! Mixed media, mixed media.
Yay! We can actually.
What language is that?
I think it's made up, but uh,
Probably. It sounded pretty.
it is gorgeous. There. We have her song, we have her some of her art and some of her stuff, and we have her name. I wonder if we had also got the siren. We did not get the
No.
siren. Boo, the siren was important.
Yeah.
We do have the siren recorded elsewhere, but
I mean, it was part of the moment, and
it made the moment.
it made the moment. It also made a very clear distinction between past, present, and future.
Um,
So
right, recorded with permission. Um, we are credited as co-author. Perfect. So luckily, that song we do have permission for. Right, we specifically got the permission for the recording of it, which is
woohoo!
important. So we are still being ethical archivists by including that in our archive. But also, I mean, we're being a little bit dubious by, not by letting personal connections shape what gets included, but that is okay.
We are not a
Community archives.
professional.
Community. This is a community archive. We are not trying to be ultra. We don't have all the red tape that institutional archives have to wander through.
Yeah.
Aw. Aw. Aw.
Aww. Oh,
Can I take a photo of you? Yeah. Yes.
she looks so cool. The warm filter is
The
so good on
warm
her.
filter is just a joy.
I know you talked about it a lot, but I love how the filter make the photos.
The filter just does everything.
Yeah. Ooh, Instagram pose.
We can
Come on.
actually. I didn't realize we can control the extent of the crouch. By how hard I'm pressing the trigger, I can actually crouch a little bit or I can crouch a lot. That's super helpful.
Crunch a lot. Make the Instagram photo.
we're gonna
Calm
crouch
down
a
up.
we're gonna crouch a little bit. Irritatingly, right? I want to get a sense like she's looking at something, but that just is not super
But there
happening.
is an interesting thing of like, she's looking at something, but you don't see what she's looking at.
Yeah,
You get the philosophy and the metaphysics
of
later.
course, of course. Uh,
That's a good one.
ha. There we go. Of course. Mm.
Oh gosh.
Burb.
Critter of the valley. Don't worry about the animals. They'll leave before the flood, won't they? Yes.
Aw. Aw. Okay, what's my most artsy photo?
Oh, can you show her that one?
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't know what it is.
Leave it in the ground. Either way, Heartpick will make itself known.
Aw.
Its presence felt. Is it the source of our strange happenings, our mind wanderings, of our religion itself? Maybe it would decay on its own in the next seasons. Some are not so patient.
Huh.
Some would rather this magic just be gone.
Aw.
Sometimes.
Aw.
Hmm. Can you show her the Sonia's
Which one?
song? The
I'm
monk.
don't know. I'm able to. I can try and find something of Sonia's at least. But
Oh, I thought you. I saw it, so that's why I asked.
uh, I want to show her the one of Caro actually. Wonder if she recognizes anything about this place.
I can feel the warmth coming off this picture. The place might as well be on another planet. This is our home. You lucky dove. Just wait
Oh.
until I get my own pair of wheels, my own army, my electric legs.
Aw.
Come over for tea. I'll meet your darling mother.
Aw.
Be able to get rid of you.
Aw. That's adorable.
I
I
love her so
I have
much.
officially adopted her. She is our babushka.
Yes.
Uh,
Do we know who is drawing
My last
the
we
Grams
don't
as the
know.
baby?
a misguided human.
We do not know. It seems like it might be one of the Greyhounds that's doing some of that work,
Maybe
but they haven't
I
said.
spread them out around my heart.
Uh huh.
Soldiers who fought.
Uh huh.
The war didn't need a sketch.
Ha.
We have the soldiers themselves, frozen in time.
Huh. I mean, you were talking about World War II having a complicated memory
Yeah.
of France. Uh, that just
We are
that just
deep in it.
full sentence.
Yeah.
What an interesting argument. You don't need to commemorate something when the thing itself is still present. I
Dear
don't
gosh.
I don't disagree with that take. But man, what a like this game is targeting me specifically with all the fun unanswerable memory studies questions. Holy moly!
This is going down into like historical theories and like memorial theories and archiving theories.
Yeah, it is.
Holy shit.
It is unafraid.
It's like making you question everything.
Oh boy.
Part of me would like to see someone who has no like training in archive and such take on the game
Same.
Oh dear.
because
Yes.
My child, what did he take from you?
My name. Oops.
So hard to fix. I forgive you the name,
Trans
Oops.
Awakening.
Oops. True. We did actually already get given a new name. The god of sleep gave us through our mother, gave us the name
Yeah.
Maria, which was very wholesome.
Yes. Oh, I was so sad when I watched that.
Aw,
I was like, Mama!
true.
Silent writers. Have you ever written words on your own heart? Poetry on a dead surface?
Huh.
Throw up your name to the lost city to bomb the system? What is it, darling, that you particularly know?
Stop targeting friends like that. We're in the middle of white people. This is not fun.
Excellent.
Bro, I'm not joking. Like, there was a general strike today, probably tomorrow too.
Oh, of course there was. Congratulations.
Thank you. I I mean, it's annoying because it doesn't if impact me, and I'm not doing it because I need the money.
Um, fair.
And like, it's about, I don't know how you call that in English. You know, when you stop working, pensions?
Yeah.
It's about pensions
Yep.
and such. And like, I'm not really doing it because I know it's important, but also like I know that law will change like 5 times until the time it's my time to get out of work.
Uh,
So
that's that's it happens. But
yeah, like with my
still,
colleague of my age, we're all like, yeah, I mean that law will change like 7 times before like we are at the time of us
yeah,
having to worry about it.
fair. Uh, but on the flip side, right? Certainly the desire to attack, right? To like graffiti the place where you live, and
Mm,
then like leave some sort of record of your own existence
yeah,
in these. Even if it's a thing that's about to be destroyed and you know demolished in general uprising.
yeah.
Memory
I
studies
mean,
is super interesting.
yeah.
Targeting of France is only somewhat accidental.
It is. It's. I was like, dear God.
Huh.
Actually, I want to remember and forget. They won't toss out what needs to be purged.
Hmm.
They'll hang on to them. I've learned more from my enemies than from anyone in my
That
present.
thing that I cannot relate to. I don't remember my dreams.
Oh, goodness. The dream energy will make itself more clearly.
I only sometimes remember my dreams, but
Like,
uh
I might remember one dream, like in a whole year, I will remember one dream, and I can tell you I have dreams
oh
the rest of the year.
yeah. Oh,
It's like,
what do you mean
yeah,
cruel memory?
I don't know.
Cruel memory.
mercilessly mercifully. But memory has been merciful.
Interesting.
I mean, there is something that would be said about that being true in the sense of trauma is not forgiving. For Yeah, trauma is not forgiving, and the memory of your trauma will haunt you. And those people seem to be haunted by the memory of the war. So, in a sense, for them, memory became that thing that is just linked to a time where they do not want to actively remember. Do I make sense?
Yeah, especially right. Collective memory approaches to traumatic memories, uh, I think, are incredibly valuable there. Uh, but also, right, as we think about like the long history of like memorializing things
Mm.
and the ways it, right. I guess the reason why I go about that is the idea that memory is something relatively static that you get like haunted
Oh,
by
yeah.
things persisting that you don't want to uh, instead of something that's like super duper actively constructed and that you can construct a version of a memory that like glorifies something
Dragons are here. The door to the shrine has been opening.
and turns something bad or turns something that in another context would be remembered as bad into something that gets remembered uh, as like fine or even good.
I mean, there is that thing that I am no psychologist. This is going to be Bob psychology. I'm sorry for everybody studying it. There's something that can be said about someone, like when you have something traumatic happening to you with someone generally, you will want to remember the good things before the bad thing. Even it's like a breakup, romantic or like friendship
Uh
breakup,
huh.
you will go through all the grief period thingy,
Yeah.
and there's that time of like ideal idealization of relationship where you will just remember the good thing and you're like, oh, it was not bad and such, and then you will be That shit was crazy as fuck. Thanks, fuck, I'm out of here.
Yeah, uh-huh.
But yeah, no, so like memory. I think for me, memory is static and is constructed because it depends of what memory it is, which is the most abstract concept ever.
Uh-huh.
But like, memory is just an abstract concept if you want it to go that way.
Exactly.
It's just
It is all very there's a lot of constructivist thought. Um let's I'm just meandering. No, let me edit this. Thank you. And I can make this bigger. And then I can caption that photo. Being lost with conviction with a bicycle and these photos are so good.
mm,
God, I'm going to completely derail that conversation by just being like, "Oh my god, it's so pretty."
it is so pretty. I love it so much.
The the change that we've seen from like the very rosy like pastel twilight into the blue grays and now into like the purples and oranges of evening.
It's so
Oh,
beautiful.
like the color choice and monkeys or yeah, I think monkeys yelling in the
Is there music
soundtrack.
in the game or is my roommate listening to music?
There is
That's the
music in the
question.
game. It's just very like piano stuff.
Okay, no, so that music is my roommate.
If you are hearing things other than like piano plinkings, that's someone else.
Yeah.
Let's go see our other friend. Uh, where is our other friend? Do I know over there? God, it's so.
It's so beautiful. The flowers change colors. Or is it me who just don't remember them
I
being
think they're
red?
just lit up differently.
Yeah, that's probably that.
Because I think they were still red flowers. It's just now they're really red. Oh, well, that's
Mm.
just a cliff. That's not gonna work. Ow. Chad, I hope no one has been keeping track of how many times I bonk into a tree because we're up to at least 20 bonks now.
Shot every time you bump into something.
I'll die of alcohol poisoning. Thank you. Both IRL and regardless of whether we counted IRL or in game, that would go poorly.
I mean, we're not with you IRL, so nobody can tell.
You like that I'm traveling by bike in this game? Agreed. Right, we've talked a fair bit in previous streams about like the particularly like uh just just outside. Oh, hello? I like bounced off a rock and did like a sick U-turn. That was weird. But like we talked a fair bit about how it's this like pseudo like very early '90s vibe, and there's a lot of like nostalgic aesthetic constructions going on that I think really is core to making this work. This like timelessly nostalgic moment, and it's
I mean,
pretty.
I guess for us, biking is associated with with something past. Because like if you think of a road trip nowadays or like a trip, you will think of your car,
Uh huh.
but a bike is mostly associated for most people, I guess, with like their parents or grandparents seeing them when we biked in the countryside when I was young.
Or right in American media, right, biking is something you do primarily as a kid. Some people do it as adults, but fewer. And so
What do
then
you
you
mean
get
you
like
don't bike
media.
all over the city?
Yeah, exactly. But then you get media like Stranger Things. That's like, oh yeah, a core part of the idea of this late '80s cultural moment is the idea that kids are gonna all get on their bikes and run off into the woods, and stuff will happen.
Mm.
And that's part of the things. Oh,
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
we can
Oh.
listen to the recordings. Music. I forgot that she would do the music and instead of photographs.
Oh, I go up to sit and listen to this sometimes.
Yeah.
So old, and still works. I think it used to be more powerful. Had somebody to vibe with on it.
Huh. Huh.
Can we play her babushkas?
I can not.
Hmm.
I know.
Sad.
I know. What's this one? Oh. God, what an unsettling sound.
People in shrine joined the prayer that can lift their load. In fact, they walked in there to protect her. Spare the soul, as they fell asleep. I can't believe this all happened not that long ago. Just before our time.
Uh huh. Just before our time.
Find
It's
it.
God. The comparison to World War II and this war, this
It
like
is
fictional
way
war,
too
is
frightening.
so important. I think to understanding what this game does.
Yeah.
Cause oh
Oh
boy,
gosh.
in the 80s and 90s, right? There's like this big as World War II victims and veterans start dying of natural causes. Uh, there's this like big reevaluation of how memorialization works, and I
Yeah.
think broadly in not good ways. Right? I mean, if your lived experience contradicts this, definitely say so. But like mine is broadly that uh, there's a turn away from the suffering and like a turn away from uh, really commemorating what happened as opposed to that something happened. Uh,
Yes
and
and no, but it's it's that, but at the same time, like I don't know how it is in American school, but World War World War Two. I
yeah,
hate those words together. They are very complicated to say.
true.
World War Two. Anyway,
Yes.
it's there is that notion of this has happened. This is what happened to the people, and this is how it affects us. But at the same time, kind of like you say, there is that notion. There is like we did a trip to the Shoah Museum in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, the co didn't like that.
There.
It was their favorite radio.
They're all coming at. I'm going to be surrounded by cows.
Can you pet the cows?
I can pet the cows. Hi, cow.
Hello, cow. Let us pet you. No, Pichun. But yeah, no, there is like you know about it, you know what happened, you know the suffering of it, but there is a distance that might not have been here before, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's the thing that we've been talking since the beginning, that it's le devoir de mémoire. It's like that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like you have a duty to remember what happened the fact, the people, the suffering, to make sure that it's not happening again. And modern politics and the resurgence of fascism.
Happy fun
Anyway,
topics. Yes.
fun topics. Uh, we're not going to go into that because it's another kind of one, and we don't have time.
Agreed. But uh, when we think about like a historical culture versus a mnemonic one, right? There's a certain like dispersonalization that
Mm.
occurs, right, where it's not. I can't contradict, or no one is here to actively contradict it, and that just affects the way that you are able to remember it.
Yeah, and like it's when you take the American context, it's also similar with what's happening or what have been happening with slavery, like the memory of slavery and the
Uh huh.
memory of the descendant of slaves, whose, for example, their great grandparents were born at the end of slavery, but in the right at the right period to feel the most racism. I don't know if it's the most racism, but like to feel the combination of racism with the change of a society that don't know how to deal with those people that now have a status as human being and not just objects.
Yep. Uh, it's it's complex, and
Mm,
right, the fact that they picked this exact like cultural moment in this game where like living memory is just just ended, and
mm.
now everyone's just like, well, what 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 does need to be preserved, and what is the way in which we preserve it?
And
Uh,
why should we preserve something that hurt us?
exactly.
Like
And it
people
wasn't our
don't want to
fault.
deal with it.
It wasn't right. It wasn't our
Mm,
fault. It was our ancestors. Why should we continue to be punished for that? As if that's
yeah.
what memory first and foremost is. Like, is something right? Those debates and those, I think, broadly incorrect but very powerful understandings are just so crucial uh, to understanding uh, what the game is doing and
Mm.
the player's place in it as like the one person who gets in some way has the power to push back on
Holy
that.
shit, that's violent as fuck. Pardon. Uh,
Yes, there's the memory flower there, so we became very
okay, sure.
purple. Everything's purple. Attack of the purple lens flare.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
But yeah, no. So there is this is way more current than I would have ever think it would be. But like this is showing the change of an era,
mm-hmm.
like like it is right now in the modern world. Or like yes, I guess it is right now in the modern world. Like you don't change an era in like 2 days
No.
or like 10 years. Um, really. But then also you can see if I can take the modern era as an example, like contemporary era, you take fashion, and fashion is a memory of itself.
Uh huh.
And the way fashion goes in like some part of fashion, some part of how you dress, some part of how what's popular or not, is go back in circle, and you see the resurgence of like the Y2K or like 90s era fashion coming back with that kind of
I knew once I
look
got to
what
that
it was
point,
at that time of innocence
it
type of way of seeing fashion, because it's something that like Gen Z grew up watching shows with that type of fashion because that's what the people that were producing those shows grew up with or were in the middle of. So
Yeah.
fashion become a memory of a better past, even
Uh,
if it was not a better past, but like
yep.
it's that idea. I don't really know if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense to me that in some way, right, the way we dress is harkening back to times we think are good, and so, right, same with other types of media, right? You get like a 30-ish year cycle of popularity, fall out of popularity, become popular again, fall out, become
Yeah.
popular again. Um, I mean, We got the drip.
We got the full ass 80s drip.
It's so like I mean, I said 1993, but I think you could probably say 1989 and also still be true. Um,
Yeah.
like the two long pants that have been cuffed awkwardly, peak, phenomenal.
I mean, you want to laugh. I literally had an outfit very similar to that today. Like bell bottom tan pants who are vintage ish, black shirt, and a navy blue cardigan.
Ooh, yep, no, that is just a palette swap of this outfit.
Yeah, and I of course have my beautiful Levi's jean jacket with like um
Your
winter
pride and
jean
joy.
jacket.
Yep,
Yes, I love that jacket. I want to embroider it.
your pride and joy of every millennial.
I
The jean jacket.
I am a cliche of bisexual. It's very funny. But I'm not even millennial. Like I'm right in the middle between millennial and Gen Z.
Yeah. Look, Gen Z is younger than me, and that is the only rule that any count that puts me in Gen Z is incorrect. That's how that works. I make the
I'm
rules
like
around here.
I'm 98. I'm like 98.
Okay, so yes.
So yeah, I'm like in the yes, 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 and yes. I'm taking everything. Thank you.
Uh huh.
Still not going back to Y2K fashion because that doesn't go type, but that's another subject.
Ooh, we can write a note to a god. Thank the tide, thank the void, thank the din.
Oh gosh. Oh
Ooh,
gosh. Oh gosh.
we can thank them.
Choices.
I think we thank the tide for letting us talk to mom.
For letting me hear my mom's
See,
I love it. Also, hi Mag. Hi Lins. Gosh, I love this game.
this game is so good. I am a
Yeah.
big fan.
And I forgot what we were talking about after before fashion.
Unpleasant stuff like the
Oh
evolution
yeah,
of World
true.
War II memory. Uh,
True. I prefer fashion.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's important stuff, but like, it's not fun stuff.
I think though we may be out of. I think we may be out of time.
I know.
In Tiang Valley, because we've been everywhere,
Yeah. We need to go to the monk now.
and once we do, uh, we'll be leaving.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Lincel, we have realized that the soldier might die on the
oh
one
yeah,
who are sleeping
um,
internally.
we've
Internally.
realized that the floodwaters, depending on how high they splash, might injure the folks in the parking lot who are a little bit passed out forever.
But like, we don't know if they are going to die, but because they are sleeping forever, there is a probability that they're not going to be dead because they are under a spell. But then, if the water wash at all the arspink, arms, blah, magic stone. Ooh, pretty. Like they might wake up and die because they drown, or
Yeah.
die because their body goes like full on. I don't know which media it is. You know the media that goes um like when you lost that thing of immortality, you just decay instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember in what it is.
There's several that do that.
Indeed.
Huh.
But like they might do that. So we don't know what's happening, and we were like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yep. What are the rules about our religion?
We don't know.
I actually don't care. I think working off of vibes is much more interesting. Uh, but yeah, right. We have made it up to the shrine at nightfall. Ah, the pastels and the night colors are so good. God, I would happily just like bike around that place until it was much
Oh,
too late.
please don't die on us.
Everything's fine. Collective memory is complicated. Correct.
Mood.
As you missed the earlier discussion about Pierre Nora and his, uh, you know, conception of lieu and milieu de mémoire, uh, and the how absurdly complex those are, and how
We
they
talked
affect
about a
this
lot of
game.
things.
But we've talked about a lot in this because turns out if you put two people who do any sort of records management in the same place, this is what you get, folks. You had no chance to start with.
Yeah.
Also, I love getting the bike in these photos.
It's such a good representation of.
In the heart of the shrine, the void sits alone.
The Shrine of Tiang.
What did I do? Where is my Discord? Here we go.
Oh no. Why is there a camper van? Now, right, the void sits alone. Great, interesting, neat. Um, I do have to ask.
I mean, the monk need to live somewhere.
A camper van?
Hey, everything is in ruin. You do what you can. Van life.
That high contrast. Oh,
Yep. Very pretty.
it's got the
I like
vibe.
it.
It's got it's and just the hints of stars up topside. And
Wheels, but it looks like a house.
you're not wrong. It is a
Maria
camper
is
van.
confused.
It's a camper van.
Maria is so confused. I love it so much.
Never seen a Volkswagen in her life.
I mean, she had
Their
never
life?
seen a car before leaving her place.
That's fair.
I have a TV. Ooh, what's written? Don't know.
What a mishmash.
Ooh, it's cool in sepia.
It's cool in sepia. It reads better in black and white.
True. I don't understand.
Yeah, look, it's just where the wild things are. The graffiti. Hit new literary adaptation.
Where the graphic? Oh, d'accord. Okay, yes, okay.
Yes.
That's
Is that all there is here? A TV and uh, uh, okay, yeah, no, that's it. A TV and the void. I guess I
hate
could
how
walk.
it
I could
represents
walk up to
such
the
a
void, but
generation. I hate how it's very representative of things.
huh.
Ooh,
Uh oh. That's concerning.
ooh, old man.
Hello. Yeah. I'm a witness floating through. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. Aw. Um. Uh huh.
Don't die on me. Come on.
We're good.
Shit. Here we go.
We're good. Uh huh. Aw, he's mad about it. Yeah. Oh,
You'll protect it. The brothers aren't so lucky. Me, the people who bet on your way here, nobody else is protected. You think everyone makes it into a new season intact?
uh huh.
Look at the boys face down in the parking lot. You
Oh.
know things are about to change. I can tell. Collective pain. Protect a group instead of one person. Welcome to time. My memories are all over the shroud. You can have them, destroy them, whatever you want. Asking an old monk to invent a new one.
Oh,
Oh.
Die in peace.
Oh. Oh no. RGB lighting, let's go.
Ah, the night.
Uh huh.
A memory. For your, what do you call it? Collective pendant?
Uh huh.
Some memory about the lights in the woods. The strangeness of it. The feeling that people were there.
Uh huh.
True enough. I guess I won't forget it now. I'll forget it when the flood comes.
Oh jeez.
jeez,
This guy is the
depressing.
Yup. Um. And luckily, if he's sacrificing his memories, we can just record those pretty like straightforwardly. Interesting though.
Ooh.
There's the void. The god of forgetting. I guess we're going to sacrifice, make this sacrifice to all of these, to
Oh yeah.
the void, to forgetting in order to protect others. That's interesting. Okay, what a way to tie the game together. Um,
Dear gosh,
one,
that's a lot.
two. How many more things are there to do? Three, four. I think it is just the four things. I think there isn't
Mm.
choice here.
There's like five set things.
It looks suspiciously like that, right? The basket, the
The
incense,
incense,
the teddy
teddy
bear,
bear.
and the suitcase. I just want to make sure that there's no other sneaky bits.
What do you mean? A breach into the door and a
Ex-
gun.
exactly. They could have, because we had a lot of choice in the beginning, in the first one, as what we were protecting.
Mm.
But
But then again, it's not us; it's someone else.
exactly.
So,
Oh, oh, that's what it
gosh,
is. Oh,
I would say.
oh,
Ah,
no.
choices.
Oh no. Stinky incense, wedding incense, or prayer incense.
Prayer or wedding for me, but
Uh huh. Chat. This is your problem. uh
not ours.
huh. We accept most of the responsibility for this. Oh no. Like the
We
most
are not.
impactful one is the wedding incense, but I feel so bad. I
Mhm.
feel so sad about
I feel
it.
so fucking sad doing the wedding one. But then again, if it's the prayer and he's, though I don't know how their religion works.
Yeah,
Sticky incense would be funny, but like my gut says to me, wedding one.
I know. So
Gosh.
do mine. Oh.
That smell. The bark of the aspen tree. I married couples underneath that tree. One day the tree was struck by lightning. Turned the remains of the tree into this incense.
Okay, it's someone else's marriage. Thank.
New ritual. And the corpse of an old one. Maybe I'm
That's
just
interesting.
always such a bad mother.
Oh.
Aww.
Okay, it is still depressing. It's just slightly
Not
less
our
depressing than
friend.
I feared.
Ooh, that's.
Absolutely satisfying taste.
Um,
Go ahead.
It looks like durian.
it is durian, I think. Yeah, it is durian.
No, isn't it pomegranate?
No.
Do you like the taste?
Oh, I'm.
I never taste durians, so
They're not good. Spoilers, Chad. They're not good.
they are very popular.
I am going to go for the option of I am not sure, and I will keep eating it until I find out.
Good.
Again, was a beautiful human being sneaking into the orchard with another boy before we knew what was romantic and what wasn't.
Oh.
Those fruits pretending to love the taste, pretending to love the taste and pretending not to love each other.
Oh.
Just pretending, smiling and laughing until it became true. Oh, it's so good. He was a tourist, that boy. Left me heartbroken like so many others. The taste of the fruit now. I don't
Oh
care.
my god. Oh
Life
my
goes
god.
by.
Ah.
Not the sad tragic gay story.
No.
Mm, ah,
No.
I'm gonna
The
need fanfiction about both of them.
correct. That is the correct and just response to that. Congratulations. You have become shipped. The
I
depression
did.
the depression gay has at least one stan, and it is us.
Oh,
It's cute. Oh no.
what do we do?
Feel the buttons, feel the stitching, or squeeze the doll. I think the stitching, because that's clearly some patches.
Yeah, also my first instinct was like squeeze the doll, but because I'm
Ha-
like a brute.
No, no, I it was also my instinct.
What is that? Touch? Everybody has that doll. A
Oh,
tourist left that behind. A little kid. I don't know why I kept it. I knew she'd never come back. She's alive and kitties older than you now. Maybe they remember this doll. Maybe not. But the life the kid imagined in this piece of fabric, that kid still feels keeping
no,
it around and in one piece. It's like I'm keeping something alive. And the lonely
Hmm.
nights, the secret,
no.
no visitors and nothing to pray for. That meant something. Maybe it helped me survive. Would I admit this if I wasn't going to drown tomorrow? No, of course not.
No.
Hmm. Oh my
Also, your
god.
memories live forever. You don't get a choice in it. This is we are breaking our rights document left, right, and center here. None of this should end up in the archive because these are things told in confidence, with the expectation of death. But
There
I
is
don't
some
care.
pages that going to be personal. It
I,
happens sometime. It's a scrapbook.
I mean, yes, but
No, I know.
we're not following our code of ethics here. We are going straight from the heart, and I do not care.
I don't give a shit. I am going to cry for that gay for that
True.
love story.
True.
Music box, music box.
Hey, it is. It's a turntable. All right, what's in the LP here? And who's that photograph?
We used to play this at breakfast when I was little. Sonia would cook, and I'd surround her.
Oh,
Aw.
When I was older, I'd cook, and she'd sit and try to sway to the beat. It was hard. She was. She had trouble moving after the big prayer. I can hear her foot tapping. Do you hear it?
This is so beautiful and sad.
It is.
Ah,
Five senses.
did you think Dr. Curio got Furio? Furio?
Fumio.
Don't remember it. Fumio got his basis for his science and things in Tang Valley with the god of forgetting.
It's entirely possible. It's not super clear. Right, Fumio seemed to have it all before he came to Tiang, but what exactly happened is with him is not clear.
Because like he
Wait,
spit through Tang Valley.
yeah, I
The musicians are gone. The thousands of others they spent learning their instruments are gone. The song plays on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, the photo here.
That's
Style. I can't tell if this is concept, just like concept art from the game, but it's styled up. Uh,
it's
like what 1920s, like Norman Rockwell esque.
yeah. You know what it also remind me of? I mean, just with the two boys in the front. You know, like those boys could like novel from the
Yeah,
50s.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
J.C. Leyendecker or Norman Rockwell. They used some Norman Rockwell scale paintings for some of those novels as well. Uh, but right, either one of the like, there's this style in American art that this is intensely reminding me of, and once again, I'm stuck in the same place of not knowing whether they're using historical materials, uh, it within the game, or if they're like recording their own stuff and then splicing it together to look old, or creating their own stuff. But it's that super weird space uh, of like there's some things that look like actual archives in like real our world historical material in this fictional world.
My name is Evil.
Aw.
I was the last monk of Tiang Valley. I never finished my exams to be a monk, but I'm the only one left. I took becoming a monk for granted because I grew up around them. You said you're a witness.
Uh-huh.
I've been wondering who I am, too. Our entire life is an answer to that question. I was
gosh.
orphaned by the war,
Oh no.
and monks found me on the coast, all alone, shell-shocked.
Aw. No, he's so cute. Look at the cute baby boy.
Sonia, the head monk, took care of me. I saw things I shouldn't have. He helped me erase those memories. If I had any memories of my family, I lost them too. But at least I didn't wake up screaming anymore. I was
Oof.
so afraid of accidentally
That
causing
go with
trouble.
the trauma conversation we had.
Jeez, yeah.
She was the head monk, even before she entered the war. Sonia was an imposing figure. I slept, I forgot, and I grew.
Oh,
The soldiers came to the valley. Sonia hated the war for taking my family, like it takes so many others. The most
no.
powerful prayers are always made out of desperation. She figured out how to amplify our sleep prayer at the end of a season. Everyone had done anything like that. Just like
Wow.
the octopus who turn on the light post to signal that the season would end soon. I used to look
Wow.
at the light posts alone, just to dream about another season.
Aw.
To dream about being born in another season, to die in another season. To imagine a
Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh
Oh,
bad. Oh gosh.
oh, oh no. They're all
Chat.
good. I
Chat.
mean, no. For me, the answer is actually pretty clear.
I want them also. I will do you. You will do your thing.
Uh huh.
Solemn task to turn them on. Aye, it's not too late.
Should we go for it?
I think he should go for it. Well,
Off the power. Won't be long now. Imagine the weight coming in here. The rock is so deep that the light won't reach us.
oh.
No.
I should pray one last time. We should both rest.
Yes.
Uh
Now,
huh.
Ooh ooh.
your pendant. The sacrifice your mother made to keep you safe. It might be possible to pass on this blessing. To divide its power among our eagles we met on your journey.
Okay, but
Oh
only.
gosh.
Aw.
For a truly strong pair, we would need to use up the power of your pendant.
Oh no.
Uh huh.
I'm not sure it'd work. Never been done before.
Uh huh.
But I know it would weaken your pendant. In that case, nobody would be protected. Before you light the candle, I want you to think hard about if you want to do this.
Oh.
We
Pass on this blessing and leave yourself vulnerable,
Oh.
or do you continue your role as a vessel of memory?
Oh.
we cannot give on
We
because
can't.
it would ask us to leave the pendant,
Mm hmm.
and our mother told us not to.
Yep. So. I mean,
Gosh.
for the last time, we need to refer to our rights document because it uh it matters.
Mm. I mean, Rapt, this whole stream has been just heartbreaking question all
Agree.
over the place.
Agreed. Um, we're collecting materials relating to the changing of seasons and what events occurred in relation to those changes.
Mm.
The very first thing we got: rights and access conditions, no removing or tampering with the pendant. So, I mean, as far as professional ethics go, this is actually a super duper easy choice.
Mm.
We cannot do this. As far as obligations of an archivist, uh, we are responsible not only to the present,
But to the future.
but to future users.
Mm.
Well, we ideally want some sense of who they are, so we can make evaluation decisions about what
True.
material has significance to keep. We hold the
Independent as significant as that,
uh huh.
if it will be kept at the end. But also like
We
as a more like as a person
yep.
with empathy, you're like, I want to protect the most people.
Exactly. In English, right, it says that we hold things in trust for the future, or for
Um,
all users, current and future. So, right, archivists don't own the material; they are caretakers to keep things as a record for all users. That includes people who we have not met, right? Uh, that includes people we will never meet. And professional ethics dictate that we cannot make decisions about the archival records that are privileging the people we personally know. Uh, Certainly, for an institutional context, right? We
mm,
cannot privilege the people we personally know and like in their representation in archives. Like that's not being a good archivist. Our time machine is never. Thank you, Magistressa. So, professional ethics say that we should walk away.
yeah. Gosh, I hate it.
Right? That we cannot make that decision. That being said, uh,
Can we pray without making the sacrifice of the pendant? because
I
I
don't
do
think
still
so.
think it's important to pray. But
I don't think we can.
hmm,
So, chat?
oh
Chat,
gosh.
y'all get a say in this, because, professional ethics are one thing. Whether or not we're going to do it is entirely another one. So make sure you vote now. Yes or no, should we do the ritual? Should we give up the pendant? Should we let this guy have purpose
Oh,
in his life?
we just had the ritual conversation, like just with that monk. So you're right. You had all the context.
Yeah. Yeah, the point is everyone is going to forget everything except us if we don't go through with this. If we do go through with this, the people we've met might be protected, but we ourselves will be vulnerable to not being remembered or not remembering.
And
So,
we swear to our mother we will not touch that pendant.
yep, yep.
Mhm.
It's the
I
night
hate
that's.
it.
Uh huh. Of course, there were multiple endings to this game. Why did I think there was only going to be one ending to this game? Why am I going to be sad about this forever?
I mean, you can play a second time
Uh huh. I'll just have
and do
to.
all the bad ethics.
Exactly.
Gosh.
Now.
Oh my god. No, I hate it.
Just gonna stick that. No, we won't even stick that one here. Uh,
You said it would be chill vibe.
that was good.
It's
I
feels
thought
vibe.
I always say it's chill vibes. I'm never right.
I know.
I've said that on so many heartbreaking. Oh, on so many heartbreaking games.
Chat did not help. Chat did not help at all.
Oh, okay. Damn, being a good archivist. Contemplate the
Oh.
choice. Okay, we do get to choose.
Promised her I wouldn't do anything to offend her. She's taken.
I'm not that bad.
Told me I had to remember everything. That was my role. I need to be sure someone could remember this season. There needs to be at least one witness. Someone to carry this season into the future.
I
I
did
need to
say
watch the
Pentiment was
stream
going
with
to be
chill.
chill. I did say Pentiment was going to be chill. Immediately as we hit the end of Act Two.
God, I'm losing so much.
So
I need to watch the streams. I have not watched it at all.
you gotta. Uh.
Oh gosh.
Slowly, painfully. But still,
Mhm.
we're moving on.
Uh. I.
B.
Yeah.
Oh, we can still pray.
Uh huh.
Oh, thank God.
Oof.
Oh
We've
God. Yeah,
as a co-creator of this prayer. I think we want to record that.
mm. We had two prayers in one episode.
Mhm.
That's that's a very strong theme today.
Oh.
I think we take you out of this place. Can't end here. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh
You appreciate that
my
this is also
gosh.
considered a matter of community responsibility. It's not yourself versus your community. Both of these are decisions about how best to serve it. Agreed. And that's the thing this game does best of all. The camper van.
It's working.
The true end of the Tiang Valley was not the flood coming. It was when these people would go their separate ways. At the last possible moment,
Oh,
we saw them as a community.
Uh huh.
oh, oh my gosh. Oh my god.
No, they should not go their separate ways
No
though.
matter what happens,
They should
I will
all.
carry the memory of these people into the next season.
Oh gosh. Oh.
We're about to go on a road trip right now. We're just getting picked up by the one chill greyhound.
He had what he called passports for everyone. He said they were supposed to have a photo, but that his camera was broken and he wanted to use mine. I saw in these little papers the beginning of a new chapter.
Fashion child.
He asked me if I could help him. I had only one moment to decide.
Huh.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I think we do.
Yeah.
I said, yes. The greyhound thanked me. He gave me a pin and told me their new name would be Floral Path.
No.
Mm.
Diesel, why are you not? Oh, he's. We're on a road trip. Yes, me and Diesel.
No, no, he's going to let us out of here and
The
stay
nurse
here.
said he felt like driving all night.
Tell me our bike is in the back.
Yep. Yep. No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I choose a damn good episode to be here.
Uh huh.
The road behind you leads to the coast. There's an old warning system on the beach. An emergency light that can be seen from the other side of the ocean. You can warn the rest of the world about the change of season. All you have to do is turn it on. It was built to survive anything. I'm sure it still works. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Of course.
Yes. Yes. Look at this man.
He has such a vibe.
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Nope,
The
nope, nope. Color.
sepia tone's bad. Official note. Sepia tones are a mistake. No.
On people, they are.
These are yours.
Oh. Nothing.
I've been thinking about that all night.
Yes.
I have this idea to turn my van into a shrine.
Yeah.
Every sermon I preach, I'll listen to 10. You,
Yes.
you will remember everything. You'll survive everything. Less transparent in the spirit that you guys.
No.
Sorry. Got
At
excited.
least he gets a good he gets a good ending, sort of. Aw.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, what a go.
Holy shit, that's pretty.
It's so pretty. This game has continued to impress. Like, God, everyone who like does game studies in any form at some point just has the moment of being like, just play more indie games.
Yeah.
This game is why we say play more indie games. That like any game or work with uh heritage
Holy
and
shit.
with like heritage and game spaces. Wow.
Boat?
Boat.
Boat.
But like any game that thinks about heritage and game spaces,
That's a.
uh, at some
Mhm.
point is like, hey, just play more, play more games, or play more indie games because, yeah, you gotta play more indie games. And then we'll grab the other one here. We'll pull that up there, and then we'll put this right in the center of the main page.
Do you
Okay,
think we can write his name on the bottom of the Polaroid?
I can try. Uh, I cannot.
Shit.
Darn. We have tried what we could. Oh, wow. What a beautiful seaside.
Mm.
Oh, it's not a boat. It's the horn up there. Up on the cliff.
Oh,
But
that
man,
sounded like a boat.
it did sound like a boat. But I think it's supposed to be the big giant horn. Uh,
Is there someone up there?
we'll find out. Uh,
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, history games, right, and culture games, right? All the interesting stuff happens here, uh, in indie spaces.
Mm.
Right, so much of what, uh, are the most interesting games happen in indie spaces, and this is a worthy entry into that title. Like, I don't I don't know how much experience the developers have in sort of memory studies and archival work, uh, but they certainly are asking the right questions, right? As we think about, uh, like, what does it mean to be remembering and operating in a specific moment of like post trauma and post war
Mm.
memory? Like, there's just they're asking, in my opinion, most of the right questions and leaving us correctly uncomfortable and
Yeah.
answerless, which is good. That is as it should be.
There
Okay,
is.
that pastel filter just like rules.
Yeah. There is something so disturbing about the lights flickering the- in the distance.
God, and we keep going
This
down.
remind me of Coastal Friends.
Huh?
This remind me of Coastal Friends
Oh,
or like the Cliff of Britain.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Ooh, we gotta go
But
over
then,
the boat,
yeah.
the old
Ooh.
sunken boat.
Do you think it's the Elder's boat?
It's
Like,
not clear.
ooh,
Uh,
person? A person? Oh no. A memorial.
a life ring, and a sunken boat. Flood out the Topaz Watery Republic 735.
I'm telling you, this is the Elder. Fuck yeah.
The ship was commandeered by Napoleon.
We're
Whew.
connecting dots.
Yep, it's at least related to her.
Sorry.
That's alright. Lived on a land of submarines? Close. They all lived on the Titanic, I think. I think what's actually the conclusion here is that the Watery Republics were the Titanic, and its sister ship,
Oh,
also the Titanic.
oh,
Oh,
no.
I got stuck on something. Let's just walk out on foot.
Can we see? Is there someone at the horn from here? Oh,
Uh,
there is a nest into the
there's a
in the
burb.
thing.
There's a bird's nest. There doesn't seem to be someone up on the horn though.
Yeah. The no filter is so weird.
This is Blatant Olympic and Britannica erasure. How dare? Look, if only they didn't sink dramatically and cause horrible loss of life, I would remember their names. But they didn't. So whose fault
They
is
did
it?
their job correctly. Who would have thought? Can you go on the boat?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Without
Yes.
the oh.
Clackety 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 clack.
That's a horse, but
No, that's a coconut. Exactly. Man, what a shot.
gosh,
There's smoke. There is someone here.
I can cite Monty Python, but I can cite it different.
Oh,
People,
people.
people.
Who are the new people? Here I've been assuming that we've been like right on the end of the game because of why would we not be? But there's like another person. Maybe? Yeah.
Boat?
There's a fire. There's smoke. There's someone sleeping, yeah.
Something. I see fire.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting more and more an age.
True. Madrid wants to know how do they handle the outrageous French accents in Monty Python. In French.
They didn't. It's just a French person talking.
Well, that's a choice.
I don't remember exactly.
Hello, sir.
That person is purple.
That person is very purple. Hey, wake up.
He doesn't look human.
Aw.
Thank you.
Oh, you're a tourist. You speak my language better than I speak yours. For nighttime.
Ooh, that would have been a good idea.
Aw. Yes.
Naturally,
Uh huh.
we have statue.
You do.
More.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
I love him. Oh.
Pretty clear, though.
What?
Hail.
A public lizard. Chat. Chat. Raise your hand if you want a public lizard.
I'm raising it.
Okay. Yeah. Me too. Why do we not have a public lizard? Yeah. Okay. That was predictable. If, I
You know
think.
your chat.
Oh.
No.
Say Ailee. My mother would always bang me. What, mother?
Aw.
Ah, sad mom.
Aw.
Oh.
Ailee. I will have her. Hello. Long time.
This is the wholesome. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
You're not.
Oh
Phenomenal joke. Oh. Let me explain. No, there's no time. Let me sum up.
Why not?
Why do you leave her?
But making a whole speech
Huh?
Say. No.
my
Oh, what a good crab.
Giga.
I like you. Well,
Uh huh.
too like.
What I like. I mean the
Coast,
owl.
coast, coast, coast.
What?
Oh, the cow.
The goat? The
Cow. Cow.
the cow?
Cow.
The cow.
Sorry.
The cow. Goats, cows, burps. All good choices.
Now, play sound.
Ooh.
Play sound.
I play sound? Huh.
Mm.
They're all good though. I loved
Oh
all of
gosh.
these. I think that one. I think this is the fun weird one.
This is an instrument we found in the valley, created by people long dead, played by the wind, powered to no one at home.
Good. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
3 days for me.
Aww.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Aw.
Here, together. We have
Yay.
Yay. We are same. Yes, take a selfie. Yay. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh my god.
Yay.
On a beach, I moved through the wreckage of a gold season, and a way to warn the world about the arrival of the next. Some may continue. I hope I pulled my weight.
Fish.
Good, good,
Good, good.
good, good.
They're amazing, and
Can you
I
light?
love the idea that there are several, like, we, for the whole time we're told in Tian Valley we are the only one, we are the only one. Our mother told us we are the only one who will remember. And the right at the end here, we get that affirmation that no, no, we're the archivist is not working alone. They are embedded in communities of the people who use the archive, right? The people who are being recorded, but also like other archivists doing the same thing. That's something that like narratively is needed and super resonant, but is also like professionally very, very good. Though
Mm.
sadly, we are an archivist without a public lizard, so you're correct.
I wonder if anyone is watching. I wonder if anyone remembers what it means. This season is over.
That's a fucking mood.
Yeah. Aw.
Are you friends saying hello now? I've decided to go with you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So scared and so relieved at the same time.
I kind of want you to go see the arm.
Aw.
Before sailing into the unknown, I checked in on your journey. You're not a complete drop.
Aw.
Hmm.
I think we created a pretty impressive archive
Yeah.
of this valley. Like, there's a few places where we could put in more. Like, we could put in more stuff, just fill in more things.
But sometimes it's better not to
Like,
have too much.
exactly.
So,
We already have that one. Sparkles.
I love our map.
I love our map too. Oh, what a good game. What a good video game. More
This
there.
is.
Meh. I don't think that one fits super well. Oh well.
We can change it later.
Or not.
We'll see.
Yeah. I think this is the end of the game.
Wait, ready?
I'm quite sure this is the end of the game.
No.
Yeah. I know,
No, no, no,
right?
no, no. Shit, you're right.
And there it is. An enormous project.
Holy.
Oh.
The memory I'll use is not on a phone or blackboard. I wanted to have it forever. See here, you have my last taste of love.
Oh.
Now you're protected, almost always.
Oh.
Huh?
In the light, in the pattern of the surface of the water, I felt the god of forgetting wrap their arms around me. A wave of amnesia. But when they opened their mouth, I heard my mother's voice instead. I stepped into the next season with my mind intact. But what about everyone else? The masses of the world without a pendant, without their mother's voice in their ear. I read through my journal, knowing it might be the only record left of their lives, of this departed season. I have to remember for everyone. It was a season to collect and to let go, to sort through dreams, visions, memories, all of which may have just been washed away.
Yeah.
I don't know what might After reading this, I offer you my journal and the lives inside it. If anything in here escapes from the page into the world, let it be one sentence. Just a few words you heard from a traveler impossible. And at the end of reading them, she turned to you and said, "It is not too late."
How to leave home for my daughter.
Oh.
Find a sacred square of earth.
Oh.
Lay down so you have the dirt at your back.
The archives of practice? Oh wait, this is good. This is the good stuff right here.
Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
What a phenomenal ending. Oh.
Oh my god, this is so good.
This game is so good, y'all.
This is so fucking good.
Well, this is another one of those games that, right, you gotta, just support the folks at Scavengers and made it, made it happen. Oh, like, I don't know. I want to keep an eye on this, see if there's anyone in here in the writing, who were actually, like, archivists at reference. Um,
Hmm.
I suspect no.
I mean, they might have collaborators.
Yeah, I'm just seeing though. Right, Kevin, I know did a lot of Kevin Sullivan. Is someone that the other devs have said did a lot of the work on this. So, I'd be curious to know if he has any background in uh archives or cultural heritage studies. But man, what a good thing. Oh, Raptorus doesn't want the
Those
stream
names
to
are
be
so.
over. Raptorus refuses to let the stream be over. With the design diatribe redemption. Ah. All right, Raptors. What are we talking about? Oh man, and the animators here, right? All the VFX folks who are passing by here are incredible.
Is
Like,
it?
it's so
Is it a
pretty.
Quebecois game?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yep. It's
I was
funded
like,
by the
that's a
Art
lot of
Council
French
of
names.
Canada, and yes, it is Quebecois. Uh, Raptorus has the mischief face, but still, God, I
So,
mean, there's so much that to talk about, but
yeah.
mostly, right, they really stuck the landing. Like, wait, John Ingold was a narrative consultant? Oh, well, that explains a couple of things.
I don't know who that is.
John Ingold, if I'm not conflating two people here, is one of the folks at Inkle, who the folks who made Heaven's Vault. Let me confirm that that is correct. Uh, is that gonna cut the music? It is. Okay, but that's fine.
Damn, that game
Let's
is
see.
translated in a lot of
Yeah,
language.
yeah. He is the creator, one of the creators at Inkle. So the folks who made Heaven's Vault, what was it? Couple other like or 80 Days. What was the Arthurian game though? Pendragon. So like super duper, good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm very, very fascinated by all the translation they had done.
they have a lot of languages available. It's pretty great. Like they've done a lot to make this accessible in a lot of things, and involved. I think that is super important because I think that speaks to an ambition of like a universal, uh, mnemonic experience or truly like cultural collective ones, uh, and I mean I think they stuck the landing there,
Yeah.
cause oh boy, it ends with asking like all of the right things and framing it all in like sacred tasks and sacred duties and right that last moment of repeating uh are the father's instructions for his daughter on how to leave home and the idea that archivists like in an ideal world the aspiration of archivists is to preserve the record of the dead for the unborn, and
Mm.
so really exist cross temporally is. I mean, there's a lot of reasons where that does not necessarily become viable due to the realities of trying to records manage. But as a like broad vision that archivists are always trying for,
Mm.
I think that in my understanding and my experience, that's the correct thing. Like that is the thing.
Yeah. Oh
Ah,
gosh.
but there was a specific question. For your diatribe, what aspects of archiving do you think this game looks at as often unexplored or not publicly talked about? Are there any sides to archiving that you would have loved to see more of in the game that either didn't show up or aren't there? So, like, the game is not and cannot go into a lot of the nitty gritty of like how archival practice works. Turns
You
out,
don't want to go into that stuff.
metadata is fun for three people in the world.
I mean, I don't mind doing EAD, so
Yeah, I like doing it when I get paid for it.
true.
I wouldn't want to do that for fun in my spare time. Um,
I mean, the thing is that when you have like when you are on the right logiciel, I,
I'm not sure how to translate that.
I am trying to think about it. Uh, the right program, like
Yeah,
who has all the metadata, like thingy already prepared, and you just copy pasting text into the right one.
yeah,
It's fun. You put your music on, and you're like la 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 la.
true. There's a lot of sitting at like fairly uncomfortable chairs in slightly too bright light, staring at a
True,
screen.
I did that at home, so it was okay.
Uh huh.
It
Uh
was yeah. My my year of master, half of it was during the 2020,
oh.
so the
Oof.
pandemic.
Oof. Yep.
So
Oof.
we had encoding class at home. I was just sitting there, la 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 la. I lost I lost like 5 hours of work because I forgot to save it and I had to redo it, and it was my final.
Yep. I've done that too. Um.
Thank God it was not writing.
True. But yeah, so like a lot of the nitty gritty is not in this game, and archivists are generally, especially at institutions, pretty bad at only just starting to get better about going out into the world. So like the thing that they quietly do that is just really really good is that on top of everything we've talked about being concerned with the right questions, with the right ideas of community memory and the role of the archivist in preserving that, they're also intensely concerned with community practice
Mm,
as like a core idea of how archives are supposed to work.
yeah, and it's not something that you. So when you study archive, it's not something that's really put in advance,
No,
at
not
least
even a little
in
bit.
my experience, because what they make you archive for is a greater picture. Like, you're going to work in a public archive, you're going to work in a private archive, you are going to be an archivist concerning official records
Yes.
and sometimes personal memories of people when they give you like their family photos, postcard. Archives love postcard
Oh,
because they
postcards.
tell a lot.
Hey, look, I love postcards too. We have so many postcards in our little scrapbook there.
I know,
Postcards are the
they're great.
best. Most of the art up on my walls in my personal, very, very, very small collection is postcards.
Hmm.
They're
But yeah, no. So like, there is some few things who are part of like individual life, but generally you will record official document
yep,
because an official document can be traced in a way that a memory cannot be,
exactly,
which
and
is the old premise of the game, actually.
has an organization inherent to it that the
Mm,
materials we collect didn't. So right, we're operating very clearly and carefully in the milieu of a community archive, of something that is fundamentally informal, that does not have particular traces of provenance, acquisition records, that doesn't have an original order that needs to be respected, or any of that. Right? None of that exists. Um,
yeah.
and so,
There is something also very heartwarming
mhm,
about the fact that our archive take the form of a scrapbook,
it's
because
good.
even if you try to make it, mm,
It's so good. It's such a smart decision. I
yeah,
could go on all day.
like it make it so like we made the choice to make it like ethical and more like focus on the subject, but like you can make it as a journal of yourself
Mm-hmm.
through that season,
Yeah.
which is still a valid archive
It.
because it's a personal experience of a time period,
Uh huh.
which is all you want in an archive, really.
Yeah, I mean, right, exactly. And giving you that freedom and forcing you to make those choices uh, gets you thinking in the right mindset. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, right? If you wanted to make that a very auto archival process, right? The self archive, yeah, you could. Um, that still reflects, ultimately, right? Has to reflect the limitations of what uh, an individual collector can do, is that some way the self's perspective, the archivist perspective, is the only one that fully comes through in the archival decisions being made.
yeah,
Ideally, those perspectives are grounded in, consistent decision making, and best practices and professional standards. But this is a world where the only museum is the museum, capital
yeah.
V, capital M.
And like there is
So,
also something so telling about the fact that you have like we told it at the beginning of like when you began to stream it. It's like in reality, 90% of archival material get destroyed.
yeah,
It's sad, but it's a fact. We don't have places, we don't have people, we don't have money. Basically, that's it.
exactly.
And like, it's not, you cannot comprehend, and it's not comprehend that I want as a word. It's not feasible to keep everything,
Yep,
even if we had the means to. And it has, it pained me to say it, but like, it has no interest to keep everything because everything is a mess.
exactly. I'm totally with you, and I mean, one of the things this game highlights super well is right, kind of in the question of why you don't want to keep everything.
Mm,
Like, our scrapbook is worse for trying to get a little bit of everything. Like, it's just not as interesting or creative of a document if you're just like photo, 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 right? Just try and cram everything onto the page.
yeah.
It just doesn't work. And so, right, it gets that core thing super, super well.
Yeah, it's like it show you how choice is an inherent part of the memorial process as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Because in archive you make choice, but like unconsciously you don't like unconsciously or consciously, I don't know. you don't remember everything that happened in your life.
Not
You
not even
have,
slightly.
yeah, you have selected memories that you will remember, and like you will not remember what you ate when you were 8 years old Tuesday, but you will.
It was
For
probably
and
pizza. I'll be honest.
yeah,
There's a good guess it was pizza.
it's probably something weird at the a school restaurant or something. Um, but like you would obviously remember all the embarrassing moments
Uh-huh.
because of course, but also chicken nuggets is a good choice.
I didn't trust school chicken nuggets, so
We probably had, uh, if it was a Friday, we had fish. If it was not a Friday, we probably had meat and some vegetarian.
exactly. We can make good guesses, but none of us actually remember. Is the point, right? We are
I don't know what are
inferring.
dunkers.
Uh, but yeah, I think right. This game like gets the vision of what it means to be an archive like
Mm,
super well, and like I don't know, I'm not big on the games as teaching tools thing. Like we talk about history over here, but for the most part it's hanging out viewing these as like cultural, like taking more media studies perspectives, right? Think about these as games that should be enjoyed for their own sake and appreciated rather than
yeah,
a tool to be used to teach. I would
I guess.
100% assign this game to like an intro archives class as just like a here's like an introduction to like extremely basic archival theory and like the reasons why archivists do what we try to do. Like this is I'd use this as an introduction for that.
Yeah, I guess for me, game as teaching tools is it's a introductionary tool. Like it's going to be a bad comparison. It's like Wikipedia.
Yeah,
You use it to introduce the subject, and then you go deeper in the subject. You academic resources, even though I think academic resources are generally badly written,
they are.
but are
That's a
mostly
fact,
based on
especially in French.
French
So,
experience, which is not great.
uh huh. Uh,
Let me tell you, French academic is
I've
something.
yep. I've tried. I failed. I gave up. The
Fair
dream.
enough. Don't worry, I get it.
But yeah, I think that like mostly wraps up the enough space for this diatribe. Like, there's a lot of nitty gritty you can get into there.
Yeah.
French academia sucks. Archival theory can be way too dense to read. This game is a great way to like introduce the broad concepts, and then you can build from that, from like the emotional understanding of why
Mm,
this is valuable, into thinking about specifics of archival practice and all the professional standards that affected us and made us not be radically community focused
yeah, it's like
and
it's
broke
also
our
a
hearts.
great. Oh gosh, the feels. I need those fanfictions so badly.
The feels, the characters are so good. So
Mm,
like, I mean, that's the way to say it, right? The characters are just so good.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, we've been going for over 3 hours now, so I think it's about time for us to call it quits.
Yeah, I
Ailee,
need to go.
thank you for joining me. Well, thank you for
Thank
sticking
you
around for a
for
whole
having
extra
me.
hour longer than we anticipated.
It's
But
okay. I knew it would happen.
that's fair. I didn't think we were going to end the game this time. I'll be honest, I
Me
thought there
neither.
was one more yet, but here we are.
Yeah, thank you
Good
for
game.
having me.
Yeah.
That was fun. I would be down to do it more.
Aw, thank you. Um, yeah.
I mean, it's
So what's up?
talking about history. I'm
Of
down
course.
always.
Of course. And obviously join the Discord to find all the fun photos of old French fashion magazines.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Those were
It had
great.
been one in a while because I don't work in that anymore, but it's
Shh.
great.
But
It's somewhere.
there are a record of them. They exist. The Discord logs everything. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, next stream coming up is going to be Thursday, like super late. Sorry to all the Euro people. It's going to start at like 8 p.m. Eastern time, cause that's because we're going to talk to the creator of the currently in Kickstarter paleo documentary, Forgotten Bloodlines. We're gonna have a chat
Ooh.
with them, and so that's gonna be a great time. I've got other paleo folks joining us, so it'll be a good discussion about paleo media and Mesozoic supremacy, all that jazz. So, if you want to see branching out into more, like, not strictly speaking history, and not strictly games media, do join us for that. Otherwise, as I figure out the schedule, I'll put it up on Discord. I'll try and update it here as well. And next time I see you, whenever that is, I hope you all have a very good rest of your nights. Okay?
Bye
Alright.
bye.
Bye.